Dun, 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 dun. And we are back. Do I sound better? I really hope so, because otherwise Alka from the future was lying. Because I literally just recorded that and it really hurt my back. But that was funny. That's probably going into like the outtakes after the series and like a bonus episode. Together with that Mew failure from like episode, was it 5 or 6? I think 6. Anyway, back in Celadon City, where last time we did a few things, but not too much. We got the EV last time, explored the mansion a little bit, and then bought some things in the store. But there's way more stuff to do here in Celadon City. And the first thing we're going to do is gamble. Because there's a game corner. Lots of slot machines. Hello, sir. I would like to gamble. Rocket Game Corner. That doesn't sound suspicious. Unfortunately, we don't have a coin case, so I have to go grab that. Luckily for me, I know where that is. It's in one of these houses, in one of these two. One of them is the hotel. It's in this one. I think it's yours? You? Flat out busted, no more slots, la 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 la. Coin case. Thank you. Now we can gamble. Gamble responsibly, people. Don't let a 10-year-old like the protagonist of this game do gambling. We just shipped 2,000 Pokemon to Pokemon slot prizes. Oh, they're from Team Rocket? Don't touch the poster of the game, there's no secret touch behind it. Okay, I won't. Real Nintendo big time. Evil people. It really is run by Team Rocket. Right, this is a hotel for humans. The thing is, if you look at the layout, it looks pretty similar to a Pokemon Center, and it is. It's different, like you can walk here, but you know, and there's no box here, no PC. But you know what wasn't changed? The trigger for activating the PC, so you can just activate a PC here. Because that doesn't come with the sprite. Because in programming, you have a sprite, and you have to give that square that sprite is on the code that lets you do something with it. And the sprite was removed, but that code wasn't. So in the place where the box was normally, you can still interact with it. So you can still use the box like normally. You can get a bunch of coins, buy them, use them on slot machines, and then there's things you can buy them, get from here, including Pokemon, Abra, Clefairy, Nidorino. So, two of the trades, in-game trades, the Abra for the Mr. Mime, Nidorino for Nidorino, you can just get from right here. In blue, anyway, and red, they're slightly different. Pinsir, Dratini, you can get a Dratini here. Otherwise, this is the first time you can get it. Otherwise, I think Safari Zone is the first time. And I think this is the only place where you can get a Porygon. We won't be getting any of these Pokemon. However, we do want some coins. So, yep, I'm gonna see if I have enough money. And I'm gonna buy myself some coins. Also, just to show you, this is really slow. Let's say I'm going for 5,000 coins. I can only buy 50 at a time. In later games, you can buy 500 at a time, which is decent speed. This is going to take a while. Now, to help with this... Actually, it's probably still slower, but I want to show it off. There's 10 coins here. There's 20 coins here. There's 10 coins here. I'll just show you all of the hidden ones. This person's like, here, kid! Have gambling coins. 10 coins here. So if you... Like, this is slower than actually just buying them. But this way it doesn't cost any money, so it may just help you out. 10 more here. And 10 more here. And there's like 6 more spots. So just follow along. Pause the video if you need, if you want to get these things for yourself. Oh, that's probably that poster that they were talking about. There's definitely nothing behind. Okay. Lots of 10s and 20s. However, the big jackpot, if you want to call it that, is right here. 100! Those, to my knowledge, are all the free ones, which in total gives us 480. I think we had 200, so that's 280 free ones. Free ones. Yeah, we still need a lot. Let's see, how much more do I need? I want to go to 5,500. So I need 5,000 more. Which means I need to buy this 100 more times. Which means I need 100,000 money. I'll be right back. Finally. Did some getting of the money. Did some getting of the coins. Why did we need this big amount? And actually, I could have just gotten money and then continued playing the game, but I wanted to get it now, so... you won't have seen this on YouTube because I cut the entire thing out because it's long and tedious and not interesting at all. I really want a TM15. Not even a jingle, come on. Like, yay! You got TM15! What are we gonna do with TM15? Well, we're gonna save the game. In our almost broke state. And we are going to take TM15 for Hyper Beam. And Hyper Beam is for Amigo. We made some good use of you. We got some money from Payday, but we won't be needing Payday anymore. Amigo now knows Hyper Beam. A very powerful move, which in Gen 1 is actually better than the later gens through a battle mechanic in this game that you might not know. So we'll get to that later on during a trainer battle at some point. But Hyper Beam for a good pal Persian for Amigo. Alright. Let's get out of here and continue the story. Because next up, even though we were supposed to not check the poster, I would still like to talk to the guy that was guarding it or something, or is he standing in front of it? He seems to be like a guardian kind of person. Yeah, I'm if you're wondering how I got the money, it was basically I did a bit of Payday work. It was barely anything, like barely getting any XP. Just did it on like low-level Pokemon back at like Route 1. They got some money out of it, which was super slow and tedious. So then I decided I'll just get to the game corner, save, gamble until it works, and if it didn't work, I just reload the save until I got more coins and more money, and then I'd show you buying the final few part, and I just had enough money for that, luckily. Alright. Raticate. Only level 20. I actually dealt with some higher level Pokemon in the tower. And with Propane being able to take them out pretty well, and now being much higher level than it was before, I should be able to deal with these Pokemon here pretty well. I'll just zoom that. May not be able to deal with that as well. Dig not affecting it. Then again, I did use Dig against Raticate. Maybe I should have used that. Kemba. Our hideout might be discovered. I better tell boss. Where's he going? Hello? Let's switch behind the poster. Oh, secret doorway. There's a hideout below the game corner, which you can only get through from this one door kind of gate thing, which means that if there's like leaders and admins in here, they can easily be arrested or something. Hello. You broke into our operation? Yes, I'm a 10-year-old and I'm gonna stop the mafia. Which is you. That wasn't even half. That's just sad. Alright, let's just use quick attack to make sure I'm quicker than it. Because if they would have used quick attack, it would have been before me, and with 2 tobes, that might do quite a bit of damage. Now I don't actually need to do switch training for propane, so let's just amigo. And let's test out the new move, even though I probably don't need it. Amigo. Hakai Korsen. Hyper Beam! Really cool animation, really cool sound effect. Which, in case you didn't know, I think in Generation 6, or even 6 and later generations, this sound effect came back for Hyper, because sound effects can change and evolve throughout the games to make it sound more realistic, or just better in general. But because it's pretty iconic, I feel like this sound for Hyper Beam, it was brought back for things for Gen 6 and later for the Hyper Beam sound. A sort of remix, remaster, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it officially is. But that sound did come back. I have 4 level 30 Pokemon, even though one of them I probably won't use much, and one of them still hasn't had a proper fight. And I don't know where I will be in the editing of the episodes at this point, if I'm at the end of episode 12 already, or if I decide to do Pokemon Tower and the Rocket Hideout in one episode. I don't really know yet. But it might just mean that we don't get Aragorn. Actually, if there's something that Aragorn can hit well, like another Eradicate, I'll just send it in. Just for one fight, and then I'll see when I use it again later. Not against Drowsy, I'll just get confused and hit hard again. But if it gets... If there's a good moment to use Aragorn, then I will, just to have used it at least once. Because otherwise it's like, oh yeah, welcome to the main team, and then I don't use it for a full episode. Which would be kind of sad. Like, I try to keep my Pokemon around the same level, and Propane, which is lower level, so therefore I've used Propane more. But it's still kind of sad if I then just don't use it at all. Even Persian has now been used at least once with Hyper Beam. We've seen War Turtle for a little bit in Pokemon Tower with Seismic Toss. Unfortunately, we can't go back here. It's locked. Can't go through. Interacting with it does nothing. So I guess we go further down. Hello. Boss said you can see a ghost with the Silph Scope. Oh yes, the channeler from back in Pokemon Tower did suggest that. Boss might have been in there too. We tested it. It's a Zubat. I have Propane. I've used Quick Attack a little bit. Well, I guess I tested it against one of the ghosts, but never actually got to use it. Coughing! Ooh, well, propane is a highly flammable gas, so let's see how those two interact. Ember. I know that there's a ROM hack Pokemon fan game called Pokemon Brown, and in that there's quite a few more types. One of the types is a gas type, and coughing, as you can guess, is a gas type. And gas type is weak to fire, which makes very much sense, because gas can then, like, they can explode. Quite a few gases. But I could also just use Dig, and be super effective. And again, it's just level 17s, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Maybe in the game design, the game designers expected us to do this hideout, rocket hideout, first, before Pokemon Tower. And considering we don't have the Sylph Scope yet, maybe they expect us to get the Sylph Scope, which includes doing this before going to Pokemon Tower, which sort of makes sense. The rival battle was still pretty high leveled, which works with the levels of Pokemon Tower. It's slightly higher level than them, and more Pokemon. But considering you're already in Lavender Town, chances are you'll try that battle. Maybe it's a bit difficult, but you'll just try it, and then you see the ghost, and you're like, oh, what? And then you just leave. And you don't go as far as I did, going all the way up to the Marowak ghost. But as I did show, I did leave the Marowak ghost alone. I reset the save and made sure to save before I did the Pokédoll glitch to dodge it. Come on! Okay, fine, I'll switch, because I don't feel like using a revive. Amigo. Actually, I could have used Aragorn, because Zubat at such low health. I would use Payday here if I still had it, but I don't, so Bubble Beam. Eradicate! Let's do it! Aragorn! Ow. Yeah, I just wanted to show off the move. Actually, they did less damage than I thought. Okay, it's level 17 against 30. Wait, Eradicate level 17, cheater! Critical hit. Okay, that Meditate did nothing. Critical hit deals 2 times more damage than a standard attack. It's literally just that. 2 times more damage than a standard attack. Unlike in later generations, attack increases and the opponent's defense decreases. They're ignored as well. It's just 2 times the normal damage. Not 2 times the damage you would have dealt. But okay, Aragorn has at least had a fight. It wasn't a very big fight, it wasn't a difficult fight, it had a fight. Alright, in some of this walkthrough, I've been acting like I don't know things to feel like I'm more entertaining. Something I'm not going to do, which is go through this entire place, and then go down there and expect, oh, I can't use something over there. I don't feel like doing that. I'm just gonna walk here, which players could just do. They just walk here first and then go through that place in the floor we were just at. So I feel okay with that. But mostly I'll act like I don't know for some things. For people that may really not know, or for people that enjoy seeing someone do a walkthrough, playthrough, let's play, anything like that, with a new mindset, as if they don't know, or maybe they forgot a lot of things. What's up, Pokemon Mug? All the fire starters from Gen 1 through 6. I have a similar mug, but then with the entire Pikachu evolutionary line in yellow. Well, the yellow color. I mean, like, there's obviously red, and it's red because fire type. And the other one is yellow because electric type. That means the Pikachu evolutionary line in Pokemon Yellow, because then it would just be Pikachu and Raichu. And it's just Pichu on it as well. Pro Paint level 30. So many things at level 30. Once it levels up one more time, Propane, it won't be in front of the party anymore. Because that's how I generally do it. Once something overlevels something else, I'll swap it back. And I generally swap it to the back of the party, so that the highest level thing is at the back of the party. And out of the main team, Aragorn's currently at the back of the party. Which means Aragorn will actually be the first one I send out. Double Edge. That could be nice. Let's look at the details of it, just to remember what its power and stuff is in Generation 1. 100 accuracy. It's 100 power in Gen 1, so that's stronger than Body Slam. But 1/4 the damage dealt to the target is dealt in recoil. I was thinking actually to put it on War Turtle, because you may remember that I wanted to replace Bite with Body Slam when we got Body Slam back in the SSN. Oops, that's not War Turtle. So I was thinking actually putting it there until I realized, wait, Aragorn only has 2 attacks. And its only damaging attack is a fighting one, so if it fights it against, let's say, a flying type, or that isn't also part normal, or against a poison type, it can't really damage them that well, and Double Edge gives it another option. Double Edge won't be in its final moveset, but this does, until it gets to its final moveset, Double Edge does give it a great option. It does give recoil damage. Sure, I have healing items and super potions and lemonades. I prefer not to have to heal that much, but this does give Aragorn more battling options, especially against things that resist fighting. Bit of a maze here. This is super slow. I can really imagine this character being super dizzy after this. Like, even get somewhat dizzy looking at it. Could have totally dodged this Team Rocket guy, but as I did explain earlier back in the Pokemon Tower, I want to just fight everyone that is available. It's for the experience, it's also just for the fun. I'm definitely an explorer. I think I did ask that and one of the question of the days earlier on in the series. They are in a Pokemon, would you explore a lot of areas or go straight to the goal? Or I suppose something between. I'm absolutely an explorer. I go the wrong way on purpose. Go wrong way on purpose many times. I want to find every wrong way first, see areas, see what people have to say, find items, have extra battles. And generally, if you just purely go to the goal and maybe do some of the changes, you'll definitely be under-leveled. Potentially even very underleveled, and by fighting everyone, you won't be underleveled, normally. Maybe you'll be a bit overleveled, that can happen, but I get the exploration out of it, which gives it's very fun. Although dodging some trainers and trying battles that way can be very challenging, and therefore also very fun. A double kick is 30 power, but it hits twice, so basically, effectively 60 power. Plus stab, because it's a fighting type, 90 power, which is still slightly lower than the 100 from Double Edge. But with Double Edge being the recoil, I put it second. Also, it doesn't hit anything super effectively. Let's use Double Edge, because we can. Even though we could defeat the Drowsy with something else as well. Double Edge, and then 1/4 of the damage we dealt in terms of HP is dealt to us back. And Aragorn has just beaten 2 Pokemon. It's almost at the front of the party. We'll get there when Propane hits that level. Another rocket guy there in front of one of those doors that we can't open. Got an HP up, which we will sell. We'll get our effort values in a different way. And if you're wondering if you know how EV training works later on in the games, it works very differently in Generation 1. It's not, oh, you can get 510 or in later games 508 EVs max. No, you can get like 6, 5, 5, was it 6, 6, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 5. Something very high number, well into the 60,000s in EVs. How those EVs then give you stat points works very differently. basically every Pokemon you defeat, their base stats get added to your EVs. So if you fight a Pokemon with 64 base speed, you gain 64 speed EVs by beating that Pokemon. Where's the Razorwind TM? Okay. If you fight something with 120 base attack, like Hitmonlee, the Hitmonlee back in the Fighting Dojo, I think I beat that with Ducks. So Ducks gained 120 attack EVs from that, while also getting 35 special EV from that same fight. Like, you get every one of the stats. I don't exactly know how the calculation works in terms of then calculating those numbers into stats. I don't expect it to, after the calculation, have much of a difference with later generations. Or at least in Gen 3 and onwards, because Gen 2 used the same calculations as Gen 1. Because they're connectable. That's one of the reasons why you can't transfer from Gen 1 and 2 or trade from them to Generation 3, even with like Fire and Leaf getting the extra connectivity that they do. Just because a lot of the stats are different, the calculations are different, and that wasn't doable, especially at the time. It required a lot of programming, something like that. But now, with the virtual console releases of the first 2 generations of games on the 3DS, you can actually transfer the Pokemon to Pokemon Bank and then put them into, let's say, something like Pokemon Sun and Moon. Sword and Shield, I think, as well, if the Pokemon is available in that game, which is really cool. And then the calculations do change. I think they might be reset on EVs. I don't remember the details about that. But you can actually, as long as you play Virtual Console, let's say Blue, you can transfer that Pokemon to something later. Oh no, I dropped the lift key. As he says it. The lift key, I wonder, would I be able to control a lift with it? An elevator. I think I will do that. Let's do that. Take the shortcut back. Get a rare candy. I'm going to save all the rare candies until like the E4 champion, I think. And use them all right before the Elite Four to save on some potential grinding or training that I might want to do. Right now is where we go here. This isn't slowed down. This is normal speed. And we're going to take part of this thing a second time. Actually, we might not. Look how much faster walking is. In later games, when you go through a similar kind of puzzle, it's faster. Maybe not in yellow. So we get a nugget. So we can dodge all of this, but I feel like walking might almost be faster than using the slider. So we get this item, we get a moonstone. And I want to get all the items. So I grab this one. Which is TMO7, which if I recall correctly is Horn Drill. Actually, there's something really interesting about Horn Drill that I might want to show off. Yeah. It being a 1-hit KO move. Once I get to like near the end of the game, once I get to the bonus episodes, let me know, remind me, because I want to do that in a bonus episode. Actually, I'll write it down for myself right now. Bonus episode, Horn Drill accuracy trick. Horn Drill is a 1-hit KO move. That, well, 1-hit KOs Pokemon. But there is a way to make it certain to hit. Very easily. But considering I don't intend to use a move like Horn Drill or Fissure on any of my Pokemon throughout the main team, throughout this journey, I probably won't be showing it off during the main team, but it will be then a bonus episode, because I have written it down, especially if you guys remind me, you guys and girls and everyone else, remind me once I get to Champion and around that, then I should get to that in a bonus episode and cover that, to show that bit of the... I wouldn't say it's a glitch, but it's a feature that is in these games. They do want to show off every interesting thing. Is there an item back there? You have to be able to get back there, right? Yep, there is an item. Aha. Which means we have to take more of these panels. Yay. Hooray for YouTube edits being able to... for me being able to cut it out, and it's only for Super Potion. That was not worth it. to go all the way back. Yay! Should have done this before getting Horn Drill. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-dum. Luckily I remember the route from having played this game quite a few times, and otherwise a quick look at where the arrows are, it's not too difficult to figure out, I don't think. Now let's actually get out of here. Well, out of this slider puzzle. We're not done with the building. Not quite yet. There's the elevator, but there's some stairs here. There's some trainers here. Propane one-shotting things that aren't super effective. Although I guess Critical Hit is very similar to being super effective, so... Aragorn, more for you. Drop kick. Item here, Hyper Potion? Hyper Potion! Yes, I remembered it. And there is also another trainer. You're way to dig, go propane. Take that grimer out. Should hit level 31 very soon. Maybe it's a little bit later than I would think because the Pokemon are lower level than Propane. Like, the experience from those Pokemon is still the same no matter what level Propane is, but Propane just needs more XP. Amigo, I just want you to do it. Hyper Beam! That's it. That's how you do it. Nice job, amigo. Still no level 31. We are now, I believe, on floor 4? No, we're on floor 3? So we go to 4? Or were we on 4 and there's nothing on 3? Were we on 2? We went down 1, 2... Yeah, we were on 2. An iron, that's a vitamin that increases defense. We're gonna sell that just like the HP up. It's basically a nugget, minus 100 Pokédollars. Hi, I'd like to go in here. I can't. Hey, can you let me in? How can you not see the beauty of evil? Evil can be beautiful. It's evil. I have to fight it. Ekans. Propane. I mean, Valpix. Sandshoe. Well, let's have Koops do something he hasn't done. She hasn't done much. We know Koops is a she. I don't remember what Meowth is, and I know I haven't checked Vulpix. Hitmonlee's always male. Water Gun with the level difference and super effective and stab probably would have done it. Ice Beam just for certainty. And it's, of course, it's Koops that hits 31, even though I've been using the others that have been in level 30 for a while. But I guess Koops was high into this level as well. Now it learns Withdraw. It's a bit late to learn Withdraw. Sorry. Nope. Not interested. Alright, Arbok. Propane, you're up again. Let's use Dig against this evolved Pokemon. See how much damage that deals. Final Dig. We're near the end of this place, so we can probably deal with the other Pokemon without Dig. I'm purposely not using Dig on everything. Using Ember sometimes to save Dig power points in case it would be useful, so it's pretty well managed, I'd say. We're paying to 31. And with Propane being at level 31, I don't look at its stats. I actually move it back with Aragorn. Switch with Aragorn. Then Aragorn goes to fight this one. Watch it have a poison type and I switch anyway. Actually, I have a way to deal with the poison types now with Double Edge. The moves that I want the Pokemon to have in the end, by the end of the game, whether through level up or TMs or move tutor moves, I have those written down and even where to get them. I have a document where I keep all of that. But every TM in between that I don't intend to use, Body Slam, Double Edge are among them. Sometimes they're surprising me, like, oh yeah, that's even there in the first place. In which case, I can just improvise. What do I want to do with that TM? Do I want to teach it? Do I not want to teach it? And some of them I have, just such as Body Slam and Double Edge. Alright, let's show off that trick with Hyper Beam. It's not really a trick, but Hyper Beam, with Hyper Beam you have to wait a turn after using it. Now, I obviously use it here on Ekans. Amigo's very powerful, Hyper Beam is even stab. And remember, all normal types are physical in this game, so Amigo uses its better physical attack stat compared to its special stat to take out the Ekans. So now I have to skip a turn. To fight Sandslash, however, I don't have to skip a turn. Because in Generation 1, I'm not sure if it's still in Pokemon Stadium, I don't think so. But at least in the standard games that are on the Game Boy, like Red, Blue, Yellow, you don't have to skip a turn with Hyper Beam if you KO a Pokemon with it. If I wouldn't have KO'd that Ekans, I would have still had to skip a turn. But because I KO'd it, I don't have to skip that turn. With these two Rockets beaten, we can walk through here. Switch you back. Use a little bit of a super potion on Aragorn to make it feel better. But we're gonna start with Amigo. See who's waiting for us here. So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here. I am the boss, Giovanni. And I have an Onix. Well, I have a cat that can shoot bubbles, so that's obviously a cat that shoots bubbles is obviously more frightening than a rock snake. Like a giant rock snake, right? Look, the bubbles just took care of it. Pokemon logic. A cat with bubbles wins against a giant rock snake. Rhyhorn actually looks like it might be able to do something, but nope, Bubble Beam. Unfortunately, Kangaskhan doesn't get hit as hard by Bubble Beam, so Body Slam. And then I'll try and finish it off with something fancy because I like finishing things off with it, and I know Body Slam like it won't take it out unless it crits. Although Amigo, with its high base speed, does have a pretty high chance of getting a critical hit, but Hyper Beam! Such a cool move. Great animation, sound, and a critical hit. Obliterated Giovanni. Thank you, Amigo. And actually, now that I think about it, Giovanni's signature Pokemon, like Pokemon he's seen most often with, is Persian. Hey, Amigo's a Persian. He was beaten by his own Pokemon, in a way. I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. And he leaves behind. And no more room for items, even though I put quite a few things away. I don't care about the escape rope. Scope. Super Potion. We're not actually going to use Dig to get out of here. That's why I got rid of the escape rope, because I can use Dig. Because there's actually one more fight to do in here. Which I think we unlock either after the lift, we get the lift key, or after we beat those two rockets to unlock the door to Giovanni. So this is where we've been before, where we got into the elevator. Well, actually, if you go back to floor 1, which we haven't actually gotten to with the elevator. Actually, this gate is also closed. But with the elevator, we can get to this guy, which is actually a walking shortcut back. Like if you have an escape rope, which you might have found in here, or you took it with you, or if Dig, you can just pretty sure you can get out. But you can also just go to this guy, fight him, which should unlock the door, and then you can walk back. Alright, one more. Can we get 5 out of 5? Hyper Beam! 5 out of 5 hits. I wonder what I'll make the episode title. I could make it The Boss for Giovanni, or Hyper Beam. Giovanni doesn't appear that many times in the game. Hyper Beam probably will appear that many more times. We'll see. Actually, let's see if we can actually dig out of this place, I wonder. Propane, can you use dig? Yep, this also counts as a dig location. We're actually back in Lavender, interestingly, which is actually a good thing. Wow. Because I needed to be in Lavender with the self-scope, remember? I never actually went into the Celadon Poké Center, or at least it didn't heal there. I'm not sure what sets it as the escape or dig location. I think it's the healing. Huh. Alright, let's sell some things, put some things in the PC that we don't need anymore. And let's go back to that Pokemon Tower to identify those ghosts.